Mr. S.N. Goswami, eminent lawyer of Bangladesh Supreme Court and chairman of Bangladesh International Mediation Society. Mr. Kevin Brown, President, International Mediators Association. Mr. K. Sharma, advisor, Bangladesh International Mediation Society and international trainer and mediation. Mr. V. Inbavi Zayan, course director and international arbitrator. Ms. Iram Majid, Advocate, Supreme Court of India and Regional Director, India, BIMS. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, participants, a very good morning to all of you. Thank you very much for inviting me to inaugurate this training program in the midst of the galaxy of international arbitrators and mediators from different countries of the world. I'm pleased to be here with you today for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences with you. The international faculty members of this training program will discuss on the subject matter and give you the ideas about arbitration and mediation elaborately. However, I would like to give some of the tips on the subject matter very precisely. In modern world, alternative dispute resolution is become a very popular as an alternative route for reaching a speedier and less expensive mode of settlement of disputes. It is usually considered to be alternative to litigation. It includes mediation, arbitration, negotiation, and conciliation. Most of the countries of the world are now adopting ADR mechanism and achieve tremendous success in reducing backlog and increasing access to justice for all sectors of the people. Dear participants, you're lucky enough to have international arbitrators and mediators as faculty members to discuss on the subject matter of international mediation and arbitration. Nowadays, arbitration is the most popular ADR form because of its binding award. Arbitration is widely used to resolve disputes in both private and public sector all over the world. It is considered to be more efficient process than litigation, as because it is quicker, less expensive, and provides greater flexibility of process and procedure. If the dispute is arbitrable, then parties select an arbitrator or panel of arbitrators. In most jurisdictions, format for arbitration is similar to a trial. The parties make opening and closing arguments, present testimony and witnesses, and submit documents. The strict evidentiary rules, however, are not applicable, and the cross-examination opportunities are also limited. International arbitration is arbitration between companies or individuals in different states, usually by including a provision for future disputes in a contract. The predominant system of rules in the UNCITRAL arbitration rules, as well as the United Nations Convention on the Recognition and Enforcement of Foreign Arbitral Awards of 1958, known as the New York Convention. The most international arbitration institutes provides rules which govern the resolution of disputes to be resolved via arbitration. The known rules of arbitration include those of the International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, the London Court of International Arbitration, LCIA, the International Center for Dispute Resolution, the International Center for Dispute Resolution of the American Arbitration Association, and the rules of Singapore International Arbitration Center. Investment arbitrations are often resolved under the rules of the World Bank's International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, or the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law UNCITRAL rules. The best treaty, known as the New York Convention, which entered into force on 7 June 1959, arbitration hours can be enforced in most countries, unlike traditional court judgments. Till date, Over 150 countries have ratified the New York Convention. That means arbitration hours can be enforced in approximately three-fourths of the countries of the recognized by the United Nations. Bangladesh is a party to the New York Convention. In the early days after independence, arbitrations in Bangladesh were governed by Arbitration Act 1940. In order to rectify its shortcomings, Bangladesh enacted the Arbitration Act 2001 based on UNCITRAL model law. Now I'll highlight some points on mediation. It is a dynamic, structured, interactive process where a neutral third party assets two or more disputant parties with their consent to prevent, manage, or resolve a conflict without resort to force. The mediator uses a wide variety of techniques to guide the process in a constructive direction and to help the parties find their optimal solution. Although the mediator manages the meeting and is in charge of proceedings, he or she should not impose solutions or decisions and has no power to force a settlement. A solution should only be reached by agreement between the parties. They're responsible for the ultimate resolution of the dispute. Furthermore, a mediator has no right or duty to provide legal advice to the parties. He or she happens to be a lawyer. The parties should seek legal advice solely from their legal counsel. Mediation is becoming a more peaceful and internationally accepted solution in order to end conflict. Mediation can be used to resolve disputes of any magnitude. International mediation in violent national conflict has long been undertaken by the United Nations, the African Union, and other multilateral organizations. In Africa alone, over the past 3 decades, mediators have labored to end deadly conflict in Angola, Burundi, the Comoros, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Liberia, Madagascar, Rwanda, Somalia, Sudan, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Now, where mediation is successful, the content of the peace agreement has a major bearing for better or worse on justice, security, power, governance, respect for human rights, and potential for violent conflict in the post-war society. Mediation and negotiations are thus the bridge, sometimes tenuous and sometimes robust, between war termination and long-term peace building and state building. Now, turning to the point for civil, commercial, and investment dispute, mediation is much less formal than going to court. Unlike a judge or an arbitrator, the mediator does not take sides or make decisions. Mediation is forward-looking. The goal is for all parties to work out a solution they can live with and trust. It focuses on solving problems, not uncovering the truth or imposing legal rules. This, of course, is far different approach than courts take. Because the mediator has no authority to impose a decision, nothing will be decided unless both parties agree to it. Knowing that no result can be imposed from above, it reduces the tension of all parties, and it also reduces the likelihood that someone will cling to an extreme position. If mediation does not produce an agreement, either side is free to sue. Consequent to mediation, cases have many significant advantages over traditional lawsuits. It is quicker, less expensive, less formal, confidential, preserves relationship, greater flexibility and control, better result, and greater compliance. Even if the parties are unable to reach a settlement at mediation, mediation can be a productive part of the legal process. Attending mediation can give the parties valuable insight in the opposing party's position to help to narrow the issues that need to be addressed at trial. Therefore, there are many advantages to settling a case at mediation as opposed to going to trial. Now come to the judicial scenario of Bangladesh. According to the latest statistics placed before the Parliament by our Honorable Law Minister of Bangladesh, Mr. Anisul Haq, that more than 3.3 million cases are now pending with the higher courts and lower courts across the country. Of this, over 2.8 million cases are pending with the lower courts, while 476,000 with the High Court Division and 16,555 with the Appellate Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. Among the cases, 1.8 million are criminal cases, 1.3 million are civil cases, and 85,941 others are writ petitions. From the above statistics, it is needless to mention anything about the necessity of the mediation and arbitration proceeding in the judicial system of Bangladesh. It is a high time to successfully introduce mediation and arbitration in Bangladesh to reduce the huge backlog of cases. Although the mediation of ADR has become part and parcel of our formal legal system by inserting provisions relating to mediation of disputes in the Bangladesh in the Code of Civil Procedure Act 1908, Orthorin Adalat Ain 2003, the Family Courts Ordinance 1985, Village Courts Act 2006, and Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, and in the Arbitration Act 2001. However, for lack of expertise, trained arbitrators and mediators, and lack of awareness about the mediation and arbitration proceedings are also the reasons for the hindrance that has impeded greater success of arbitration and mediation in Bangladesh. Dear participants, as you are going to be the accredited mediators and arbitrators, you should bear in mind that after being qualified as an accredited mediator and arbitrator, you have to act fairly, impartially, independently, and maintain the confidentiality. Further, you have to honor party autonomy, avoid conflict of interest, act in accordance with the agreed principles and rules by applying judicial mind, in particular maintaining utmost integrity and sincerity. Also should have the intention to do justice. Further, I note with interest that Bangladesh International Mediation Society is a non-profit as well as a non-political society, started its journey from 31st May 2017, and within this short period it has organized dialogues, workshops, seminars, conferences on regular basis to create awareness about mediation and arbitration. Furthermore, it has successfully completed third international training program on arbitration and mediation in association with Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation. I'm delighted to know that BIMS had successfully arranged the first international summit on mediation on 31st May 2018 in Dhaka. It has already trained 83 mediators and arbitrators at home and abroad, and more on the pipeline. It is providing training on model law of UNCITRAL, and also 2 batches of BIMS. Trained mediators and arbitrators have completed their training at Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation. It shows that BIMS is maintaining international standard in their training curriculum. I'm particularly delighted that BIMS has started opening of mediation centers at district level and has a plan for spreading the training program all over Bangladesh by establishing an international mediation academy within a very short span of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate BIMS on the successful completion of 1 year. Nowadays, inclusion of ADR clauses in government contract is a common practice in developed and developing countries, including Bangladesh. Bangladesh government had has instructed for inclusion of arbitration clause in every government contract having a value up to 50 million US dollar and place of arbitration to be at Dhaka. Our economy is developing very rapidly, bringing its businesses into close contact with the outside world. Many foreign companies are now investing in Bangladesh. Therefore, effective steps towards alternative dispute resolution is needed to make Bangladesh an investment-oriented country. I believe and hope that institutes like BIMS will open the door in this respect and continuous effort towards dispute resolution in collaboration with local and international ADR institutions to help create a better business-friendly environment in Bangladesh. Turning a dream into reality is more difficult than we could imagine. Mr. S.N. Goswami, the founder, chairman of BIMS, and an eminent lawyer of Bangladesh Supreme Court Bar Association, and an accredited mediator of Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, and also an empaneled arbitrator of India, with his continuous hard work and special efforts and funds with the other members of the BIMS successfully established this institution at the present international standard. Mr. Goswami's contribution towards judiciary is praiseworthy. He is the editor of the Bangladesh Law Times, which is the leading law journal of Bangladesh, published by him since 1993. It has already published 3 books on mediation and arbitration within this 1 year of time. Arbitration and mediation has proven to be a vital part of our legal system. I believe that Bangladesh government will continue to strongly support the use of mediation and arbitration and encourage efforts to develop the field of mediation through research, studies, and training. The fact that Bangladesh has a burdensome court litigation process which is frustrating and considered to be an impediment to our development, therefore, fundamental requirement for trade and investment to flourish requires a quick and cost-effective method to resolve commercial and investment disputes. I believe institutes like BIMS, by successfully introducing mediation and arbitration in our judicial system, will be able to solve this problem and open the door of justice to all, for all justice seekers equally, by implementing the theme, mediate or arbitrate, don't litigate. Dear participants, justice delayed is justice denied is a legal maxim. Also, Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We all have to keep in mind all these principles for our future life to ensure justice for all. Now, all over the world, alternative dispute resolution become popular. Today, you shall have the opportunity to share experiences and exchange views with the experts from overseas on some very crucial elements and directions in the development of mediation and arbitration. I'm sure you'll find the training program interesting and enjoyable. Before I conclude, I'd like to extend my big thank you for the guests from overseas and for coming and partnering with BIMS to build an even stronger foundation for mediation and arbitration in Bangladesh. I'd also like to express my gratitude to the Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation for their continuous support to BIMS. Once again, special thanks for the organizations of this training program for inviting me as a chief guest, and it is my hope that Bangladesh International Mediation Society will continue to improve itself, thereby grow from strength to strength. I thank you all and wish you a very successful training ahead.